that's a fact-based number.
Right.
But we will never know, just because of the nature of the actual question, how many people, innocent people, have been put to death. We may, and it does happen. Excuse me. You do hear stories about, somebody being put to death, and then years later they find out actually that wasn't, what I mean?
That did it.
That's fucking tragic.
Yeah.
That's tragic. And people spend so long in prison before they are killed. So just imagine. Just try to imagine. I don't think anybody could.
So
unless you actually had been in that situation. But try to imagine what that's like. Like, not only are you in prison for something that you didn't do, you didn't do it.
Correct.
You're in prison already, and you're looking at the death penalty. And every damn day that you get closer to that day, you must think to yourself, something's going to happen. Something's going to break. I'm somehow going to. I'm not going to die over something I didn't do. Right up until they're putting that needle in your arm, or you know what I mean. So, man, that's a scary thing. The notion that but it does happen. But at the same time, I think that if you're looking at like an absolute slam dunk case, the cop showed up, the gun was still smoking in the dude's hand, and it was pretty obvious, like, everything that happened. The investigation clearly shows that this person, I think that I think that the notion, in every state's different. New Hampshire, we do have capital punishment, but I don't think it's been used in forever. Michael Addison, prick that killed the police officer, he... Briggs, I believe it was. He was the last, if I'm not mistaken, he was the last person here in New Hampshire to have received a death penalty, the actual sentence. You know what I mean? And he's still alive. He's fucking somewhere in who knows where. I don't know if he's still in Concord or what, but there's just, again, every state's different. They don't have it in California. I mean, in Massachusetts, and probably not California, but. Like I said, if you're a genuine, bona fide, grade A, genuine piece of fucking filth, if you're just a goddamn piece of garbage who has demonstrated that you have no value to society other than being an animal, well, we put those kind of people and things down, and I don't have a problem with it. What about you?
It's kind of funny because my Roman Catholicism would say to me right now that we do not, I should not believe in putting people to death. However, just like you mentioned, I think that there's these vicious people, these heinous people out there, and with a clear message out there that if the evidence is pretty much just laid out. I don't see it a big deal. I think these people need to be, laid out, so to speak. I'm actually on a website right now called deathpenaltyinfo.org and deathpenaltyinfo.com, and I got some of these facts out here, which is kind of interesting because you touched on some of these things. It says since 1973, 153 people have been exonerated from death row.
Wow.
Many of these individuals were convicted based on flawed evidence or testimony. Some were convicted based on true confessions given under duress. Many of these victims were from a misconduct from the other side. On average, it took more than 11 years after these 150 people were sentenced to death before they were exonerated. 10 of those exonerations since 2013 occurred 30 or more years after the wrongful conviction.
Can you fucking believe it? 30 fucking years of your life gone, and that person almost had the rest of their life snuffed out.
Exactly.
For something that they didn't do. Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Gets better.
Yay.
Only 20 of these 150 exonerations have been due to DNA evidence.
Only 20. Wow.
At least a couple more facts here. At least 10 people have been executed despite serious doubts about their guilt. Several high-profile law enforcement officials, judges, and justices have recently been quoted in saying that their certainty has been innocent. Let me try that again. Saying that their certainty have been innocent individuals who have been executed.
Right, so they're certain. They're certain there have been innocent people who were, yeah.
So, hold on one second here. You are live. Commonsense, New Hampshire. Good evening. Who is this? Hello. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, have you ever heard of PDS?
PDS?
Yeah.
Precision Delivery Solutions, of course. Phil, how are you? Of course I'm going to recognize the
Right.
voice.
Hey, guess what?
Tell me.
Pickle and I are on vacation together.
Where are you?
Calling into the show.
When you say vacation, where exactly are you?
We're on Lake Champlain up in Vermont.
Oh, my God. What are you guys doing out there?
Well, Pickle's trying to touch me, but I'm holding him off.
That sounds like Pickle.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That sounds like Mike.
That sounds like Pickle, definitely.
We're actually playing that game, Priest and Altar Boy.
Who's the priest?
And, yeah. And are there Twinkies involved?
I knew you'd ask that funny question.
Yeah. Might not be Twinkies, but there's definitely some Twinks.
Are we
live or no?
Are there alcohol consumption? Is there alcohol consumption involved right now? He hung up.
There you go. Oh, he's probably got shit signal.
Oh my God!
Yeah, well, thanks for that call, Phil.
Yeah, Phil, thanks very much.
Something tells me that there's probably. I think it's a safe assumption that there was some alcohol in the mix there. Yeah. So yeah, back to the death penalty.
Anyway, all right. So that's one thing. The other thing is 26 states have had at least one death row exoneration. That's more than half of all the states. 3 of those states no longer have the death penalty on their books.
But again, consider the fact that like I said earlier, we will never know how many innocent people have been executed, and then, like I said, that's scary to me.
So it looked from looking at the map here: Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas. That's Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia, Illinois. That looks like Ohio, Massachusetts, as you mentioned, Pennsylvania, and Florida do not have the death penalty.
I think Phil wants to talk some more on the show.
Yeah, so there we go. Phil, did we lose you, my friend?
Yeah, well, I don't think I paid my phone bill, and they just like shut off.
And that's Mike's laugh in the background there.
Yeah, it sure is.
So what's going on?
Yeah. So listen, we're partying like rock stars. We have a couple prostitutes up here, and we have a pole mounted on the deck, which my good friends are dancing on right now, but happen to be male. So if you know of some other hookers that want to come to Lake Champlain tonight, we're willing to have them.
Well, fortunately, the show is recorded, Phil, as I'm certain you are aware. And so, if we're unable to locate any hookers for you today, perhaps we could have some listen to the show later, and maybe next vacation we could somehow get something going for you. I personally don't know any hookers. I don't know about Bernie. He is very popular in the Nashua area, so
I don't think they would travel. I don't think they would travel to the Lake Champlain, though. I don't know. Not that anyway. I think I just threw myself under the bus. But if I know of anybody in that area, I will definitely send them your way.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Well, as we all know, Mike is live on Tinder, so if you could send any request his way.
I think you're confusing Tinder with Grindr. I believe Mike is very active on Grindr. I'm not so sure about Tinder. Oh, no, that's right. He is active on Tinder. We helped him set up his account, as I recall.
Right.
That's right.
So I'm not sure if he's getting... I can't promise anything about any left or right swipes, but we will do my best. We will do our best anyway.
Fantastic. Good stuff.
Oh, that's why he always says swipe right.
That's exactly why he says swipe right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's Tinder for you.
So are we live?
We are. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, actually, stay right there. If you're listening to the Commonsense New Hampshire show, we are live here at the Perfect Entertainment offices. And as a matter of fact, our sponsor, Philip Halker from PDS, Precision Delivery Solutions, is on the phone. And he's actually on vacation with one of our co-hosts of the show as well. And, Phil, again, we want to welcome you to the show, and we want to say thank you. So, how much alcohol are we drinking? What exactly are we drinking?
Well, we're actually trying to focus on one of your future sponsors, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch.
Fantastic.
And we're promoting their beer with Bud Light all week long. So if Anheuser-Busch wants to call in and talk to us, we're willing to talk to them.
There you go. We
There
certainly are.
We can definitely do that as well. So, how many beers, from just a glance, has Mad Mike consumed so far?
Including the one that's in his hand?
Yeah, let's do that one.
14.
That's it?
Wow.
I was expecting more from him.
Did you guys just get up an hour or two ago?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's only 7 o'clock.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
Now, so when you guys say vacation, are you there for a couple of days, a week? What is the story?
Yeah, we're on the 7-day plan right now.
No, you're on the 7-day plan.
On driving plan.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah,
off duty, not driving.
Michael's log is like a flat line at a hospital. On duty, or off duty, not driving.
Yeah, I hope not. That's the last thing he needs. So, Phil, do you have a minute? I need to ask you one quick question. What is going on with PDS? You guys are growing again. I've been hearing these stories. You needing people, and you need to hire people. Do you have a minute to tell our listeners exactly what you're looking for and what you need?
Yeah, absolutely. Our growth this year is going to be, well, I'd love to say small, but it's not. We started PDS in March of this year, and our revenues we were projecting would be about $7 million for the year. But as we grow and we bring on other business, we're looking at about a $12 to $15 million revenue for the year.
That's so great.
Now, with that comes employees and trucks, and we can't hire employees and buy trucks fast enough. So we're kind of a product of the market right now. We are able to lease trucks and rent trucks until we get our new ones in. But we're also at a point with hiring employees that they've always been the biggest value to the company.
Right,
but
sure.
They're becoming more of a value to the company on getting people in full time.
What kind of positions are you hiring for right now, Phil?
We're looking for prostitutes.
No, I understood that. Yeah, you made that very clear in the beginning. Yeah,
But
no, you're confused when I say what kind of positions.
Listeners, I apologize. That was kind of a joke, but no, really, what we're looking for is Class A CDL drivers, guys that want to work for a company where the employer can care about them and understand their family, and understand their needs. We're not a big company like Schneider or JB Hunt, which are good companies, but we want people that have names, not numbers.
Right. That's great. Okay, CDL Class A drivers, PDS is definitely the place to get to look into. Talk to Philip Palker.
there we go. Now, one more question for you. Now, when you're saying that you are, in the quest of, buying these vehicles that you need, what is this, why can't you get these vehicles in time? Or is it just because of a production problem? Or is it just because of the demand? Why can't you get these vehicles that you need? Do you know anything?
Well, the production is a direct result of the demand.
Okay, so
And the industry is flooded with business right now. So if you're looking to open a new company, open a truckload company, because you can grow really quickly right now. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of capital, and it takes a lot of smarts. But at the end of the day, we can't get these trucks quick enough, but we have a good relationship with some of our vendors, and we're able to rent trucks on demand, so we're able to fill the quota with our customers. Unfortunately, it costs us more to rent trucks than it does to own them.
right.
We aren't going to see our fleet of trucks until January.
Wow.
And that's what are we looking at? 3-4 months away? Wow, that's incredible.
Well, listen, I'm not a mathematician, but January is roughly 5 months away.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, at least. That's
Yeah.
correct. Sure. Phil, this is your spot. Let's close it up here. Tell our listeners what you want them to know.
Well, what I what I want the listeners to know is we are in need of employees over a variety